Ah, that means it is official. The recording has started. How are we? It's Thursday evening. Thank you so much for getting on here. It's just so great. I think we're week 14 now of testimonials and calls and speaking with real people, just like you and me, and they just keep coming. It's just amazing to be able to be involved in something that is changing and helping change so many lives in so many different ways, but everybody always gets to the same end result in their very own way. We're all very unique, are we not? We've certainly seen that and learned so much. In actually tomorrow, I think it's our 3-year anniversary of being involved in utilizing this amazing product. So, a huge big welcome to our callers in Oz in New Zealand, and we've got one from the UK. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. I know exactly who that is. My name's Lee Dixon, and my simple role this evening, guys, is to just introduce a couple of these great speakers. We do have one who's with us right now and one who's just trying to get in, so we may have a little shift there, a little bit of a change, but bear with us on that. We certainly have a fantastic backup, that's for sure. So what are we going to be talking to you about? We're going to be talking to you about how the health and wellness industry has been shifted on its head by 3 simple steps, and it is the world's first premium grade wearable nutrition, and this is taking the world by storm. Any of you people out there who actually stats people, just bear with us and listen to some of these great testimonials, and just at the end I'll just throw a couple at you just so you can see what's happening out there at the moment. So as we mentioned, 3 simple steps through the start of your morning, and you are done. And so what we'll do is we'll get straight to the testimonials, straight to the stories. That's what you're here for. That's what you want to listen to. Well, thanks for taking your time. And we'll go straight to Tammy. Tammy, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Lee. Thank you, everybody, for having me.
It's so good for you being on. I know this is your first time, and I know that you're feeling very nervous, but just remember, this is just a conversation between me and you, so that's all good. You might have a couple of people listening. Don't you worry about that at all. Well, everybody's tuned in to listen to just your story and, just keep it real and real honest about what it is that you've done. So listen, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you are, and then we'd love to hear about your story so far.
Okay, fantastic. So my name's Tammy. I'm based in Queensland in Australia, the beautiful Sunshine Coast, where my beautiful husband and my 2 boys and I live. Now, I started thriving so that I could be the best version of me. The reason that I thought that might be possible was because I was looking at my gorgeous friend Kylie and seeing all the changes that were happening to her. So basically, I was one of those stalkers that watches people on social media for such a long time before they actually do anything about it. And I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I just want to feel like she looks like she feels, because you could see it. It was genuine. It was real. The reality was that I was a bit stuck. I was down. I was depressed. I was a business owner with a really big multi-million-dollar business with lots of staff and lots of people to look after. And I did that. I did that very well. I made sure that everybody had everything that they needed. But along the way, I kind of forgot about me a little bit. So, all the while I was traveling for work, I had my 2 boys and they are super busy kids. My husband, he was super busy with his own business and his own work. So essentially there's that key word, busy. We were just so busy being busy that, we lost ourselves along the way, and I just ended up being exhausted. I burnt out. There was not enough left of me anymore to go around. 7 years ago, I actually broke my back, and it was at a point where we were millimeters away from me being in a wheelchair. Now, I'm getting a bit emotional. I've not actually said that to anybody for a very long time, and it's really raw. You don't really think about it, and I didn't think about it. I just shut it out. I figured that I needed to keep going. I had things to do. I had expectations to meet. I had to succeed. I had all of these goals that I'd put up there and that I had to meet. But the biggest thing, as it turns out, that I was the one that put those expectations there for me. And I needed to be a little bit kinder to myself. You know, we'd get to Sunday, which we made sure we had Sunday as our family day, no matter what we were doing, no matter where we were, no matter how much I travelled. But essentially we got to family day and I had to sleep. I had to nap. I just couldn't do all the things that my family wanted to do. I was totally missing out. And life got tough. You know, I just couldn't keep up with everything. I couldn't be the person that I was, 5 or 10 years ago. And I just wasn't really coping with that at all because I'd always been the one to keep everybody else, in line and, keep everybody else up. And I got to a point where I was just like, you know what, I'm up here keeping everybody else up, but there's nobody under me. I have a very supportive husband. He's amazing, and, without him helping with the boys like he was, I'm not quite sure what would have happened. What really made me hit rock bottom was my brother passed away 2 years ago, and that was totally unexpected. And reality was, we'd lost touch because I was too busy. Life got in the way, and it was a big reality check. I was so stressed. I made excuses. I wasn't there. I wasn't present. I was tired. I was cranky. I wasn't a very nice person, to be completely honest. And there was no fun. So when I was seeing Kylie's journey, I just thought, you know what, maybe it will work for me. I said yes. And I was hoping that was going to be it. But the saddest part was that this was 12 months ago. I actually got in my own way. I sabotaged myself, because I just really didn't know my own worth at that point. I didn't realize that for everybody else to be up, I needed to be up. So everything started to fall down. So the reality was, even though I wanted to give it a go and I saw what it could do for me, I'm not silly. I'm a smart lady, I could see that this was it. But I just stopped myself. I wasn't ready. Why on earth would I take it that way? I don't want to take the capsules first thing, and why? I don't want to take the shake then. I just kept making excuses. I just seriously stopped myself from allowing it to be simple, because how could it really be so simple? The reality is it really was that simple. And I guess I've had things before, like most people, and they just didn't work. So why on earth would this be any different? So come December last year, I had another injury, just a shoulder injury this time, nothing quite as drastic as the back. And I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. I had to stop. I just had to stop. And that was so hard for me because I just haven't done that. And it gave me time to read. It gave me time to research. It gave me time to get back myself. I started realizing that, I am the only one that can change me. There's no magic pill. There's no magic button. I can't just join a gym and automatically I'm fit and healthy, or I can't just, join a weight loss program and I'm automatically 20 kilos lighter. It doesn't actually work like that. And it takes a while to get your head around that. And we were on holidays and my son said to me, it was a beautiful, gorgeous day. We were at the beach. There was no one there. It was so gorgeous, and that's the fantastic thing about Queensland. And he says to me, "Oh, so I guess you're going to go and have a rest now, Mummy." And my heart just broke. That was it for me. I just went, you know what? This is no more. I'm not doing it anymore. I need to make a change. And so I did. I called Kylie and I said, right, let's do it. Let's just get this thing happening. I want to be better. I need to be better. I know I can be. And so I did. I had heaps of product left over from my year of, dabbling and pondering and trying to figure out why it wasn't working. And I just got right into it and I just felt amazing. Day 5, I think it was, I actually ran. And people who know me, I do not run. This is not something that happens naturally for me. If there's something chasing me, well, sure. But, by choice, no, not normally. And something had just changed. A switch had just flicked and I just wanted to be better. I wanted to run. I wanted to get out. I wanted to be active. And I feel great. I feel so good. I'm out there doing it. I've been sleeping pretty well. The last week I haven't drunk enough water, so that's proven to be a little bit of a challenge. But, we all have our things. The clarity and the focus is amazing. And for the first time in such a long time for me, I'm calm. Okay, I'm a little nervous tonight, but that's just, public speaking for me. But my anxiety levels have dropped so dramatically that it is just unbelievable. For me, I used to get nervous making a decision about to go to the shop and which loaf of bread would I get. Now, I just go to the shop and I get a loaf of bread. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. So my life has changed so much, and my children are seeing it, my family's seeing it, and we're having fun. We're laughing again. We're living, and I just feel that I'm alive, and my mission is I want to help other people feel this way and realize that they are good enough and that they are worthy and that this product's for everybody. And to be honest, I just wish 12 months ago when I had first run Kylie and said, yes, I want to give it a go, I wish I'd started full on then, but I wasn't ready. But now I am, and there's just no stopping me.
Wow. Well, 1 second. Firstly, for somebody who was supposed to be so nervous coming on there and sharing and being so raw and honest and getting emotional about it, because it is an emotional thing. You've just made me realize why I started 3 years ago and why even myself, sometimes I think we tend to forget the difference that it made because it becomes your new norm. And when you go back and you listen to your story just then, it really did sort of open things back up for me. So thank you. And I'm sure that you definitely resonated with a lot of the people who are listening at the moment. And there's a real common thread that's coming through here, Tammy, and it's that, there's so many people out there who are giving so much of themselves and have been taught to do that and just do that themselves anyway, that they actually forget about themselves. And, how are you supposed to, they keep saying, put your own oxygen mask on first and then go and help some others. Are you finding now, you did sort of touch on that your family are seeing the difference, is everybody else around you, are they starting to see a new Tammy?
Totally. Just even, just with my attitude and my, just even the way I speak and, I'm up of a morning, like now it's not a drama. You just get up, let's do, what are we going to do? Let's do. And it's almost like, wow, who is this person? Like, it's awesome and it's great. So yeah, it's almost like they're not quite sure what to do with me just yet.
It's so good. And listen, the energy that you're pushing out there that I'm just feeling, even just through the phone, it's infectious. And I don't know about you. Do you think that that's something that we're missing out there at the moment? The vast majority of the world, let's just say, are missing that energy and that vitality because they're just going through the cycle through the churn?
Absolutely. And I think people, not that they get complacent or comfortable, but I think, something happens and they get into a bit of a mood and they feel that, this is it. Like, it can't be any better than this for me. But it seriously can. And I think, everybody needs to just start being kinder to people, and everybody just needs to start, smiling and saying hello and, not, head down and let's just all walk fast and not stop and see what's around us. There's so many beautiful things out there, and I think sometimes that smile for somebody can just make all the difference to them.
Absolutely. So, look, thank you so much for that. I don't know whether you can hear it, but I'm smiling from ear to ear. That's so nice. It's so nice to be able to get a story like that and an experience like that from somebody. And again, just for it being so raw and so honest, I really appreciate you opening up and saying that. So thank you so much. And listen, I've let that run on a little bit longer because I think it's really important that we hear that emotion coming from people and the change that it really makes, because this is not just a fad. This is not just a thing. This is not just something that maybe you've seen before. Oh, it's another one of those things. It is not. And let me tell you why. I promised you something at the start for you stats people. And just, by the way, just so you know, the other speaker that we've got on is having a bit of trouble technology-wise at the moment, so can't get on. So I'm just going to give you some of these stats, and this will tell you why this is working. This product was started just over 6 years ago in Dallas, Texas, and it was the 3 simple steps and the sequence and how they actually work sequentially for the human body is where the absolute magic is. And since then, these guys have already pushed into 5 countries, and at this moment working their way to $2 billion worth of cumulative sales. I'll say that again, $2 billion, and over 10 million customers already. And why is there that many people already in so few countries? Because of what Tammy just said. Because this stuff just dead set works for the human body. It's formulated that way, and that is what happens. You follow the steps, you follow these 3 simple steps, and you will win. You will get there in your own time, in your own way, but you will definitely get there. So thank you again so much, Tammy. You are an absolute lone rider this evening. Absolutely nothing to be worried about, that is for sure. And I really, really appreciate your time. So look, if you're on here and somebody's put you on here, please just reach out, grab hold of them. Cost you nothing to get some information, to find out what this is all about, and to also maybe grab a sample from somebody and just taste test why this 8-week experience is changing the health and wellness industry and spearheading, making people feel absolutely amazing, just like Tammy. So thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate your time. Look at that, nearly bang on 1/4 past, I believe. We should just be there. Thank you so much, and this call is officially over.